Thinking too much. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review the movie Kindergarten Cop 2. It's been on Netflix for maybe 2 weeks or something. I finally got around to watching it. And it's the sequel to the Schwarzenegger film from 1990. It came out Christmas 1990. Hi, Heather. I remember my dates. And it was weird because this one, you know, stars Dolph Lundgren and saying it's a direct-to-video movie, and Ralph Bellamy. And basically, it starts out with he's working undercover FBI, and he's tracking this guy named Zogu or something like that, Russian criminal, and they have his henchmen. They're all very stereotypical with like the phony Russian accent and stuff like that, and that's part for the course of this movie. Lots of stereotypes in it, like, you know, they have his boss is like a real loudmouth and saying, "You better get the case, you better do this, you better do this." Real loudmouth, crazy guy, you know, and that's stereotypical. I'll tell you why I like about the movie. I'll tell you what I didn't like about the movie. I'll tell you what I like about the movie. Apparently, they had this one guy that was like had all this information that Zugu was trying to get about the witness protection program, and the guy put it in a flash drive. They found out he gave it to his brother, and his brother used to be a kindergarten teacher. He died in a car accident. And for whatever reason, they decided to bring the kids and interrogate the kids from his kindergarten class, which is really stupid. And and then he said that Dolph Lundgren had the idea that he wanted to go undercover in the school. And that crazy their police chief, or FBI chief, I said, "You're laughing. You and kids, that's hysterical." Even after they brought all those kids in for interrogation, which was really dumb. And another thing, lots of stuff, unbelievable locations. They had showed the place for the FBI, and it was basically a hallway, and then it's not convincing whatsoever. When they showed the office, it looked like some place where engineers might work, or even the chief's office didn't look like anything like a police precinct or FBI place at all. And there was a part where he was going to get a Twix out of a vending machine. And he brought a gun, and he was going to shoot it, and the guys, "You're not really going to shoot him, man." "No, I'm not going to do it." And something happened, they were on lockdown, and they had a big shootout in the hallway. And a very lackluster action, too. And he was pushing he was going to fight the guy at the vending machine. He ended up pushing it over. I said, "Oh, God, he's going to get the Twix bar." And then, of course, it fell out, and he got, "Oh, that's karma." And I think this movie was sponsored by Twix because lots of references to Twix. Even the bad guy says it's a good candy bar. I think it had something to do with it. I looked in the ending credits. I couldn't see anything sponsored by Twix, but I bet you Twix had something to do with the movie. Aside from that, what else happened? The criminals are very boring. They're not good at all. Like I said, the action's not very good. The things that I did like about the movie were Dolph Lundgren. I think he did a good job. I'm not the hugest fan of Bill Bellamy, but I thought he did a fine job. The girl that played his love interest, the teacher in the school, she was fine. And the kids did a good job. There wasn't many laughs in the movie. It wasn't very funny, except for a part where the guy got tased in the nuts. That was funny, but not. I've seen it done better. Like in Eight-Legged Freaks was much funnier with the taser gun in the nuts. This was okay. It was done okay. At least I laughed a little bit. And there were some scenes that end up working really well towards the last, 45 minutes. But a lot of time I was losing patience with the movie. I actually shut it off and went to sleep. I woke up with new eyes. I watched the last 45 minutes, and it was okay. It was passable entertainment. But it's not going to get a high rating. It's alright. It's unnecessary. I thought the sequel to Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy was much better. People probably hated it. I know people hated that movie. And I haven't seen the original Kindergarten Cop. Like I said, I gave it a 4 out of 10. A very mild 4 out of 10 for Kindergarten Cop 2. I haven't seen the original Kindergarten Cop since I saw it in the theater back in sometime in 91 in Fort Bragg. And I was kind of hooked up because, where my barracks were, we were the 581st. No, we were 1112th. 581st was Germany. We were 1112 Signal Battalion. We just had a small part in the barracks. We lived with the finance corporation. The people who did who were responsible for doing your earnings for the month and stuff, and the LES statements. I think it was LES statements. I can't remember. It's been a while. And we lived with them, and we were only just a few buildings down from the movie theater, so I was kind of hooked up. I remember there was tons of commercials for the Kindergarten Cop. It was around Christmas time release in 1990, and it did really well. I did not see it at the regular civilian theater. I saw it as second run in the military theater back sometime in 91, maybe in May. I can't remember the exact time I saw it. I saw it with my friend. And that blew this one away. I mean, the one with Schwarzenegger was awesome. It was really good, even though there was a lot of backlash towards that movie too, because I think parents and some critics said that it was advertised as like a family-friendly movie with him interacting with kids and cracking jokes and stuff like that, and it was incredibly violent, like the criminal part, and people were bitching about the movie because of the violence, but it was really good. Now, Kindergarten Cop 2. Whatever violence within the movie is kind of toned down. It still was made a PG-13 rating, but a very mild one. But like I said, whenever people were bitching about the original one being too violent, I was like, it was PG-13. It's PG-13 rated for a reason. Because that's why they got the PG-13 rating up. Because people complain about PG-rated movies being too violent, like Poltergeist, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and stuff like that, and then that's why they came with a PG-13 rating. So, PG-13 means stuff not really suggest for kids under 13, or you need your adults to come. And PG is more acceptable, and G is more acceptable for kids and stuff like that. Parents should kind of sometimes use their head. If it's PG-13, it's that way for a reason. But, the original Kindergarten Cop's a 10 out of 10. The guy who directed this, Ivan Reitman. Ivan Reitman directed the first one. And I remember seeing that in the theater, and I know there was some technical difficulties with the movie. Sometimes the sound would cut out somewhat. But I still enjoyed the film. And my friend Atkinson, I can't remember his name. He went back to see it the next night because it played for like 2 or 3 nights. It was a big hit at the theater. It might have played for 4 nights, because usually with a second run movie, it might play 1 night or 2 nights. If it's real successful, it'll play 3 nights, and usually it's unheard of for it to play 4 nights. It might have played 4 nights, but that one blew this one away. But this one is okay. It's okay entertainment. It gets a 4 out of 10. Not the greatest thing, but not the worst thing. If you get a chance to see it, like on Netflix, if you're subscribed to Netflix, and you're a fan of the first one, see this one to see how it wasn't as good as the first one, if you want. But there you have it, my review of Kindergarten Cop 2. So until next time, bye, please take care of my Legion. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. No one to mention. Well, that's pretty much it. The second one had little moments that were okay. It just, I don't know. I had a feeling it wouldn't be that good. And then someone said that Dolph Lundgren should have turned this one down, but I think this is probably one of his bigger roles in a while. He was in a sequel to a big blockbuster hit. I would definitely take it if I was him. I'm glad he took it. Because last thing I saw him was Shark Lake, and Shark Lake kind of sucked. At least this is a little bit better than Shark Lake. So, until next time, bye, please. Take care of my Legion.